People, we are here. I know I just did an instrumental version of a baby sound. You know, but it does sound like that. I'm sorry. It's not my fault. Actually, it is. I'm the one who fucking wrote the shit. But hey, I am here, and it's not Hovig Day, but it is Treyvig Day. Is that okay?
Boo.
No? Okay, yeah, that sucked. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
If you would have said Trey Day, it would have worked because in Arkansas, there's this DJ named Trey Day, and I get called that like all the time.
It's the Trey of the Dead. Oh.
No.
So no, fuck, goddamn it. Oh, Raheem's over here in the chat saying new Venom trailer leaked from CinemaCon. I thought he was rating that. He says Raw gets 1 point or 1 out of 5. Fuck this show, and I give a 1 out of 5 to that fucking Venom trailer. Before we even get into the wrestling shit, have you seen the Venom trailer? I
did not watch the Venom trailer. You know my stance on trailers. I hate everything about that. But I did see the Venom suit because of Ganja Guru, which I don't appreciate. But regardless, I think they did. I think they pretty good. I think they did pretty good with the Venom suit. Basically, I think I liked it way better than the Spider-Man 3 suit because Alan was saying that it kind of looks similar to that. I think it looks completely different. I think it looks pretty awesome.
I don't know where I stand on this because I feel like no matter when you look at TV shows, cartoons, comic books, etc., like he's always looked at least somewhat similar. And I can't grasp my head around the fact that he's still Venom. You know what I mean? So I'm just expecting him to look the same. But I gotta tell you, man, like people were saying that. I mean, somebody that we know personally said that the tongue looks like a dildo. Man, I cannot help but look at it that way now. And I would show it on screen, but it'd probably take too fucking long. I can't really find it. But maybe if you guys have pictures, something like tell us or send it to us or some shit. I don't know. But yeah, hopefully it comes out soon. Do you think this means that it's gonna come out like way soon, or do you think it's just a leak and we'll see a trailer like in a month or so?
I think it's that they're taking advantage of the whole, Avengers hype right now because, Infinity War is coming out this week. So, of course, it's the perfect time to get it out there. So I feel like it's going to come probably the end of the year. That's my guess.
By the way, here it is really quick. I guess I did find a picture. Yeah, this thing, someone said it looks like a dildo. I mean, I didn't see that at first. Now I do, and I can't stop thinking of it that way. But, yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, he looks threatening. I will say that. It definitely looks threatening. I mean, do you feel the same way in that sense?
Man, okay, I guess that picture, man, that does not do that tongue justice at all.
Yeah,
that looks horrible.
Yeah,
that looks horrible.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. The fact that Tom Hardy is behind the character is pretty cool, but then at the same time, you get situations where, Christian Bale is behind Batman, and Dark Knight was a good movie, but the Batman parts were trash, and I don't like Christian Bale, like, pretty much at all. So, and then it comes back to like people like Michael Fassbender being a great actor, and he was terrible in Assassin's Creed. So it really is not about the actor; it's about the actual what it's going to be about. And hopefully this is good. I don't know. I know it's about wrestling and everything, folks, but let's be honest: comic books, wrestling are basically in the same aura of each other. Am I right, Trey?
Hey, you're not lying. Hell, I'm even collecting the WWE comic books right now, so it all works out.
Yeah, shit, man. But no, we'll talk about tonight, though. Man, tonight was a big-ass comic book. The one thing I will say, just to start off with the good shit, the Brock Lesnar, Paul Heyman promo, god damn, that was good. How did you feel about that? Because I was into it hardcore.
Man, I feel like we're in some kind of bizarre world today because normally I'm the one that's feeling and you hate it. To me, it went on way too long. I don't understand why they went on as much as they did with that promo. I was just like, really? Like, it was pretty much Paul Heyman kind of repeating himself over and over on certain things and like to put over the match. And it was just all kinds of weird. The promo was just kind of blah. And then they brought out Roman just to say, that one little thing with the whole believe that or something they stand in the ring. I felt that was just kind of a wasted segment. Yeah, exactly. And it's catchphrase he hasn't said in a while, by the way. I feel like the segment was just wasted, man. That or they just felt like they needed to get it out the way.
Yeah, no, I feel like that's what the case was too. It's like, well, we do have a show to sell, so we gotta sell it, But yeah, I thought this shit was really, really bad. I feel like Brock Lesnar was doing what he typically does and just kind of like chilling, And you got Roman Reigns out there, and it's like you can tell in Roman Reigns' face, like, man, I bet he's not winning on Sunday because he don't give a fuck. Or on Friday, he does not give a fuck about this match. If he is gonna win, wow, way to earn your paycheck, sir, because you came out there and just did not give a slight. Even a little fuck. And the reason why I'm blaming this on Roman Reigns more so is because, look, we know that the writers made him come out there and say what he said, correct? I mean, we're aware of this. And Trey, I mean, do you agree with that statement, by the way?
100%.
Okay, cool. So, what do you feel? Do you feel that Roman Reigns could have done more with the little that he was given?
That's the thing. I think with Paul Heyman going as long as he did, I would have rather have seen a brawl or something like that, but Roman not talk at all, to be honest, because the way things were going, it kind of seemed like it was going that way. And then when it didn't, it was just Roman trying to prove he wasn't scared to get in the ring with Brock, which, we've seen that plenty of times. Hell, even Samoa Joe said it, later in his promo about how you're just doing the same stuff, different day pretty much. We've seen this over and over and over between the two, honestly. So
Yeah.
it was just kind of weird, man. It was bad.
Yeah. Now to move on from this, because we definitely there's really nothing else to talk about aside from that, folks. But the next thing is the board of the current Divas division. I gotta tell you, dude, what was that ending of the show? Because that shit was some of the worst. For one, just completely random. I don't even know what the match was. What was the match? A lumberjill match or like, what was that?
It was supposed to be like a 5 or 10 tag. I'm very confused by it myself. 'Cause I felt like it was just their way of getting them like to do this because they're not booked at the the Greatest Warrior Rumble 10-woman tag team match. That's what that was, and yeah, it was booked horribly,
Yeah, and I'm wondering,
horribly.
like, why wasn't it a situation where it was like, okay, you got Ronda Rousey out, have her be the Brock Lesnar situation and just have her knock out a couple of bitches, but like, why would Ronda Rousey go out of her way to be there at the show all night only to show up to help out Natalya at the end? There has to be a reason storyline-wise for Ronda Rousey to be backstage. She's a big star. So when she comes out to help out Natalya, which we've only seen them interact for 1 week, so it's like, wow, I guess you guys are best friends now. You're doing the Bayley Sasha Banks thing again. It was like, what the fuck? And we just got through with Natalya being a heel 3 weeks ago when she was on SmackDown right before WrestleMania. So it's like, okay, now she's this sympathetic face. Are you shitting me? Like, what is up with the writing? It's like, honestly, that is the most insane role reversal shit I've seen in quite a while, to the point where the entire match, the person that mattered the least in that entire match was Natalya, and she was the one that was somehow connected with the Ronda Rousey, Mickie James, whatever the fuck bit. Meanwhile, all the important wrestlers, Bayley, Sasha, Alexa, Nia Jax, all the people that you should care about, just laying down on the outside of the fucking ring. Awful ending. What do you feel about that?
Yeah, I'm with you. Like, and let me do this. I'm gonna go ahead and defend the Natalia Ronda Rousey storyline. They put the seeds of like their friendship, because pretty much Natalia has been helping Ronda for as long as they, like when she was on UFC and whatnot. Natalia was kind of her training partner, and it's also along with the wrestling and whatnot. So like they brought that up last week in that segment that yeah, they're longtime friends and stuff like that. So they put the seeds on there for I guess Natalia to kind of make that little bit of a face turn. Do I agree with it? No, I don't. Is it bad storytelling? Yes, it is. But they did put why this is happening last week.
Yeah, there was some kind
Now,
of contextual continuity, right?
yeah, exactly. Bad continuity, like I said, I don't agree with how they did it, but it was there nonetheless. And the thing is, it didn't work out. Like, I just don't understand why she wasn't in the match. Like, I'm with you on this. I'm like, why was she there all night just to do that little segment, and then next thing you know, it went off the air? It was dumb. Like, I
Yeah.
don't know what else to say, but it was dumb. Even the whole concept of it was dumb. Hell, we even still got little glimpses of the Sasha Bailey thing tonight. Even them teaming up, and then it was just kind of blah. That moment of bliss thing they did today
Oh
was
man.
dumb. And then Nia trying to do that, whatever she said about Alexa Bliss. I'm trying to remember how she said it. Nobody misses a Nia or something like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
the Diva division on Raw is not looking good after this shakeup, basically.
Oh, it's awful. I mean, way awful. The Ruby Riot people, like, yeah, the whole Riot Squad was absolutely fucking terrible. I hated that shit. I don't know what to fucking say about this. It's because it's just so like from layer to layer to layer, from the very top tier to the middle to the very bottom, all 100% bad, except for the actual quality of the matches. But we didn't see that tonight, and that's the thing that's annoying too. Is like every match for the last few weeks have been kind of at least somewhat interesting, even though the storylines have been terrible. But then this shit's happening. Really quick, I'm going to go to YouTube chat. Robot Keen is saying Nia Jax is way better looking than Amy Schumer. I definitely agree. They're making Natalya look weak. Yes, I completely agree, Shark. And it sucks that they're doing that because, like I said, Natalya is actually a really good fucking wrestler, and she was a big deal just 3 weeks ago before WrestleMania. What the fuck? But moving on. And this is where we can pretty much review the entire show if you want to. I'd rather just do this shit quickly. But did we shake things up? In one word, Trey, tell me, did we shake things up? Yes or no for Raw?
No.
And I completely agree. And I'll give you this one thing, then you give me one, and I give you one back, etc. if you want to do it that way. But I will say a big way of showing how we did not shake things up. I gotta tell you, that Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens shit, same old, same old. I'm sorry, but fucking A. Or the Chad Gable thing, going against fucking Jinder Mahal. Wow, get two boring-ass, no one gave a fuck SmackDown wrestlers and have them go against each other. But now it's with red ropes. What's the shakeup? All you did was change the fucking ropes. We saw this match on SmackDown all the time. These two wrestle on SmackDown. Why would you have two SmackDown wrestlers fighting against each other? And then the No Way Jose whole thing, he didn't even do anything. And Baron Corbin, you don't even get a match. Yeah, awful. How about you? What would you like to say about those things? How did they not shake things up?
Man, you said everything I was gonna say for the most part. I mean, you're even at the No Way Jose thing. The No Way Jose thing is what pissed me off the most because that was so Adam Rose. It hurts because that used to be a thing they did with Adam Rose back in the day, where like if the match didn't happen, and next thing you know he'd get attacked from behind and stuff like that. I was like, come on, man, this is ridiculous. This is like that gimmick 101 at this point. He's already dead in the water, in my opinion. And then I will say this: the Chad Gable Jinder Mahal thing was okay for the most part. I wasn't as mad about that. The only thing I will say is does not make the whole thing a shakeup. But the only positive thing to put in here, I'll say, is that freaking promo that Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre did tonight. That promo was badass, man. That promo was amazing.
Yeah, so
dude, man, Dolph Ziggler. Oh, go ahead.
I think our internet's fucking up. But no, so what did they say, actually? Because I'm curious.
Oh, Dolph Ziggler was pretty much saying that the reason why he brought Drew McIntyre in here is because nobody really had his back in the business and stuff like that. And now he got Drew McIntyre to have his back. And then Drew McIntyre was just like, yeah, you know what? Like, yeah, I'm here. The WWE doesn't want wrestlers like me. I look in the back and I see these superstars who aren't hungry and just here to do things, for money and whatnot. I'm here to show why wrestling is important to me and all this stuff, and why he's more hungry than anybody back there and stuff. And
because when Drew Galloway went to TNA Impact, and like that was pretty much his promo, like when he first went in there, which is still good. It applies to wherever he goes to, which is awesome. You know? And hopefully, I mean, it sounds like you're thinking that maybe Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre were definitely a good pairing.
Yeah, like I said last week, the only reason why I cared about Dolph Ziggler was Drew McIntyre. It is kind of proved tonight. I mean, Dolph Ziggler's already been good on the mic. Let me say that I used to be a kind of a Dolph Ziggler mark and whatnot. So there's maybe a little bit of that old me that's still trying to root for him out there, even though right now I'm not really on that side of things. Mm-hmm. But Drew McIntyre, man, yeah, you're 100% right. I was thinking Drew Galloway the whole time, and I was thinking he's going to say, like, I am a professional wrestler. I'm not no entertainer like he did in TNA. Exactly. So it was great. That was a great promo. I gotta say that's one of my favorite things that would be the positive thing from the shakeup so far.
Okay, yeah. So, I mean, basically that's all I got to say in that sense because holy shit, they're already fucking up Jinder Mahal. His promo was fucking rough. I mean, there was a part where Jinder Mahal was talking, making fun of Chad Gable. And his boy next to him is miming the words he's saying, and he's literally mouthing words that you can't hear because he's actually not saying shit. And it was so obvious that he was doing that. Oh my god! Like just the backstage interviews, especially when he had to do with Kurt Angle too. Please, for the love of God, fucking stop. But yeah, overall rating. I hate this fucking show. It killed me. It just I don't even know. It took all the energy out of me, and then I just bundled it up, scratched it up, fucked it up, put it right back into me, and I'm just left with like, you know what? Like I guess I don't hate it, but like, man, there's a lot of potential. You basically got all the good parts of SmackDown, and you have it on Raw, and you can do all this shit now. You're worse than where you were before. Like, I'm sorry, but terrible. Yeah, 1.5 out of 5 for me. I fucking hate this show. But I will say one thing to help it out just a little bit. I almost got emotional and damn near started crying with the whole fucking Bruno Sammartino thing. What they did in the beginning of the show, the little tribute video and everything. I didn't think they're gonna do that because he's so old, but that was really cool, and I like how they really did set enough time, to give him some respect. So that was pretty badass. But aside from that, yeah, 1.5 out of 5 for me. It sucks that the episode where you give love to Bruno Sammartino, who just died, ended up fucking sucking ass. But Trey, go ahead, take it away, sir.
Yeah, I'm on the 0 out of 5 train right now. I mean, not even the Drew McIntyre, Dolph Ziggler was enough to save that show for me. Even then, like the same time they paid tribute to Bruno Sammartino, they made a horrible joke about Vern Troyer doing that Jinder Mahal segment. So it was kind of like, yeah, that's kind of a double-edged sword. I mean, granted, I know Bruno has way more, importance in the wrestling business than Vern Troyer, but I think that was a way
death, though, in an episode where someone died.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's so
exactly.
fucking lame. Like, it's just so lazy.
Yeah, way too soon. Way too soon, dude. So I was not down for that at all. That was one time where I do not care about the Maharaja. Like I said, we pretty much went on a rant about everything else for the most part. The diva stuff was stupid. The even then the whole Mizraj looking for somebody to replace the Miz was something I was not wanting from them. I was wanting them to more start standing on their own, because I used to kind of be a Curtis Axel mark, and I used to love Bo Dallas and NXT, and I was kind of hoping this would be a resurgence for them. But so far, them still carrying on being the Mizraj is no better than when what's his name, Damien Sandow was still doing the Damien Mizdow thing or whatever. So I'm like kind of like, yeah, nah, that was bad.
And keep in mind, there's one big thing that we haven't mentioned that should be the biggest part of the show. Braun Strowman's comedy shit is now going to bring down other people. Who gave a fuck about the Bobby Lashley thing tonight? We didn't even bring that up because it was so it was so boring and so just who gives a fuck because of how much of a comedy person Braun Strowman is, etc., and kind of comedy people that Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens is, that Bobby Lashley got pulled down from that particular segment. And if he's locked in this storyline with these guys, there goes Bobby Lashley's, like, holy shit, now we got to replace him for Lesnar. It's like, yeah, that's out the fucking window. Like, 1 week, already fucking up Bobby Lashley, I don't know what you feel about that, though.
I don't know. I'm with you 100%. Now, I mean, I was trying to hold on to Braun for a bit, especially because I was not a fan of his originally. And I kind of joined you guys on the whole Braun train, but now they've kind of messed him up a bit. So, well, not messed up a bit, messed up big time. I am not liking the direction they're going with Braun, even to the point where, hell, he teamed up with Roman Reigns, like in the South Africa tour, where I'm just like, that is not Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman would not do that. So, yeah, that pretty much told me his character's just dead right now. So hopefully he'll get a resurgence, but as of right now, hell, I even went to the bathroom. That was one of my bathroom breaks, honestly, because I didn't care about the whole Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn versus Lashley and Braun thing. So
it's funny because Lashley is such a big deal with TNA. I never take a bathroom break. I never want to leave or whatever the fuck. And I know me and you were excited that Bobby Lashley's back, but man, it wasn't even worth putting on the side of our thing. I didn't put him in the thumbnail, like. Wow, like how do you nerf someone that fast?
Well, that's WWE for you, man. They I don't even know what to say on that one, but yeah, it was a 0 out of 5 show, man. I didn't even see a hint of trying, and it's such a shame because this was the tribute to Bruno Sammartino. They dedicated a show to him, and it wasn't that great. It was pretty much them citing the greatest for your Rumble event, which was what their booking and everything leading up to it was not that great. Even the Finn Balor stuff, it was kind of like, yeah, whatever, that match. Yeah, just so we can have that match. Nah, it was bad. Yeah, 0 out of 5.
0 out of 5. Over here, Sark is talking about, like, yeah, all this shit while Sasha and Bailey, the whole thing with them is fucking dumb as shit. He's saying Baron should have destroyed Jose in the ring. Definitely agree with you. And here's the thing, too, before you go. Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy should swap interesting things when they go out. I don't know why I'm fucking up my words today. I'm tired of shit. But the thing is, though, I do not agree with him with that, but I will say that was okay tonight. The Bray and Matt Hardy thing, I'm thinking it a little bit.
Yeah.
Right.
I am too. Matter of fact, I think this kind of gave a resurgence to the broken Matt Hardy, broken whatever you want to call him at this point,
Yeah.
character a bit, teaming up with Bray. I think Jeff going to SmackDown was kind of for the best for that, and yeah, I'm liking this a lot more. I can't wait to see where it goes. I hope it's not one of those typical storylines of being like the broken characters that they are now and whatnot. But yeah, I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, and that's something I think that can last a while, especially with Cesaro and Sheamus. Because, by the way, I feel weird not having Sheamus and Cesaro on Raw. I was like, oh, wait, when are they going to come out? Oh, they're not on here anymore. What the fuck? But, yeah, it'll be kind of interesting to see what happens with Matt and Bray. But I am digging what they're doing so far. Very, very quick. A little bit of humor in there, too. Like, actual humor where Bray pretty much turns off the lights between Matt Hardy and just goes like, hey, it's dark. You know what I mean? Like, little shit like that was funny to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, aside from that, yeah, I definitely agree with you. 0 out of 5. I give it 1.5 out of 5 because I'm a little bit nicer. But what show should we watch that's not a 1.5 or a 0 out of 5, Trey?
Man, it's probably gonna be a 0 out of 5 tomorrow anyway. But respect that Ringside Hangouts tomorrow. Yes, yeah, respect that Ringside Hangouts. Like I said, we're probably gonna give it a 0 out of 5, but still join us there tomorrow. We can hear our opinions on that show. And then Wednesday is the midweek chat attack. Join us there as we talk about things in the middle of the week. Friday, you got the Untitled Gaming Show and about Ganja Guru and Alan Birdman. On the Midnight Chat Attack Facebook page, which, by the way, join us on the Midnight Chat Facebook page. We got awesome stuff going there all the time, as well as the Midnight Chat Attack Amino. Join us there as well. The community questions are now back on the Midnight Chat Attack, so go ahead and add your community questions there for us to answer. And also, we got a music playlist there as well if you want to add your funky sweet jams, as Nick likes to make fun of me for saying. Then put your list there, and we'll gladly be able to listen to them as well. And of course, you got the main event of this channel, the Midnight Chat Attack. Join us there at 7:30 CST. We got the After Hours, also ran by Ganja Guru and Alan Birdman. And then you turn that clock back around, you get this show, the Raw Reaction, Midnight Chat Attack, Ringside Hangouts. Thanks for joining us tonight, guys. I said the whole thing today.
You did, and you did a good job there. I liked it. It was very, very good. And you know what? This is what happens when you don't have an avatar with you holding a fucking pear for no goddamn reason. So. Yeah, I'm happy. One day you'll get you'll get up from that fucking sideways position though. I'll try to help you out with that one day.
I was actually working on that before we started the show, but I couldn't do it.
You just send me the goddamn picture. I'll figure out something for you. Okay, goddamn it. But people, no, that's gonna be it for us. I'm tired of shit. Fuck Raw. Man, on 3, Trey, and on the 2, and on that 1. Attack
a mother beeping chat. Screw SummerSlam.
Yeah,
that's all I got.
That's all, because SummerSlam was the only one that was bad last year, not all the other pay-per-views.
Wait, no, WrestleMania sucked last year too.
He likes Roebuck. He likes Roebuck.
No.